Hey guys. Okay, today we are going to have an introduction to volume. Well, first of all, what is volume? Volume measures the area contained inside a 3D object. The definition for volume, aka capacity, is the amount of three-dimensional space an object occupies. So, if I zoom out and come to the bottom of my paper, we see a triangular prism and a rectangular prism. If we were to fill these, we would be finding the volume. Now, what is the formula for finding volume of a 3D figure? Well, volume equals big B times height. Big B. Well, what is big B? Well, you're about to find out. Alright, steps for finding the big B and the height. The first thing we want to do is fill in measurements for missing sides. Then we want to shade our bases. Then we want to determine the shape of the base, and it will either be a rectangle or a triangle. Then we want to insert measurements into the area formula to find the area of the base. So, this big B right here stands for the area of the base. Big B is area of the base. For the height of the whole prism, that's just the length from one congruent base to the other. So we're just finding what connects it from base to base. So we're not actually going to find volume today. We are just going to figure out what the big B is for each shape, and then we're going to identify the height. So let's do a couple of examples together. Keep in mind, area of a rectangle is base times height. Area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So if we look at this triangular prism right here, we know that this side back here will be 10 because this is 10. And we know that this will also be 10. We know that if this is 5, then this must also be 5. If this is 12, this must also be 12. Alright, now we want to shade our bases. Now if we have a triangular prism, that means the base is a triangle. So that means that this is a base, and this is a base. Alright, the shape of the base, again, that is a triangle. So what we want to do is find the area of the base. Well, if we look at this triangle, we know that area equals base times height divided by 2. The base of this triangle is 5 and the height is 12 because they intersect perpendicularly. They form a right angle. So we have a base of 5 times a height of 12 divided by 2. We know that 5 times 12 is 60, and 60 divided by 2 is 30. So the area equals 30. That means that the big B equals 30, and these are centimeters squared. So now we need to identify the height. Well, the height, that is the length from one base to another. So we just want to see what's connecting this base to this base, and that would be 10. So the height is simply 10 centimeters. Alright, let's identify the big B and the height for this rectangular prism. So we have this rectangular prism, so that means that the base is going to be a rectangle. So I am going to shade this in as my base, which means this is also my base. Now I want to find the area of the base. Well, we know it's a rectangle, so we know that we need area equals base times height. This base has a base of 4 and a height of 6. So that would be 4 times 6, and we know that 4 times 6 equals 24. So that means for this rectangular prism, the big B, the area of the base, equals 24 feet squared. But now we want to find the height. So all we have to do is we just have to figure out what is connecting this base to this base. Well, that would be this line right here, which measures 9 feet. So our height is simply 9 feet. Alright, now it is time for you to try on your own. Go ahead and work these problems. The steps are here and the formulas are here for you. Make sure you show all of your work.